Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I'm going to take and do kind of like a before and after type video of a little bit of a restoration project. So this bird bath, if you paid attention to the channel and been along with the channel for a while, know that this was given to us by some friends of ours. Not sure how old it is, but I'm going to take my Greenworks power washer. It's 1800 psi, and I'm going to see if I can't get this cleaned up pretty good, get all the mold and junk like that off of it. And also this bird bath here, this is a really old bird bath. Actually, this was my mom's bird bath years ago, and then when she passed, I inherited it. So I'm going to take the power washer to the inside of this and see if I can't get that all cleaned out pretty good. The original base for this bird bath is in our garage. I found this base here at a yard sale and actually turned it into making this bird bath a little bit higher so it'd be above the flowers in the flower bed. So I don't know if I can get any of this off. This is paint that's been on there for a long time, so I don't know if it'll come off or not. Not really worried about it, but I want to get the basin of this all cleared out and cleaned up. I've got some concrete sealer that I bought specifically for this purpose, and once I get this all cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and seal it with this concrete sealer I got. The concrete sealer is it's made by Rust-Oleum. It's called Sealcrete, I think is what it's called, and we'll look at the can later on. But anyway, once I get these all hosed down and cleaned up, then I'm gonna have to give them, a couple of days to dry real good before I apply the sealer to it. So stay with us and we'll see how this project turns out and see if we can't bring this bird bath and then the bowl of that bird bath to a little bit new life. Should turn out pretty good. I've used the product on some other concrete and it looked pretty good, but this one definitely going to have to be cleaned up. Again, this is a 1800 psi power washer, so it should do a pretty good job. I've used it on our deck several times, so it's good for power washing the deck. We use it on our cars and anything else, and the rock on the front of the house. So stay tuned, we'll see how this project turns out. Alrighty everybody, so I think this turned out great. I mean, it stripped all the junk out of this, got all the old black mold looking stuff out of it. The stand got all the mold, and there was a little bit of moss growing on it, so that's all cleaned up. Looks really good. And even this real old one over here, the inside of the bowl at one time must have had some other kind of sealer in it, and I got all of that would chip loose. Everything else seems to be pretty solid on it, so I'll go ahead and reseal that and it'll still be good and functional. But this one here, yeah, this is going to be really pretty when we get it all sealed up. Really curious to see how that sealer is going to work on it. I did another bird bath last year with the same sealer, and I mean, it made a huge difference. That was a brand new bird bath, so it hadn't been out in the weather or anything, but it made a huge difference on how that worked. My power washer worked really good. The 1800 psi works fine for what I use it for. Yeah, that'll look great. And while you're at it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the end of this video to see how this project turns out and how pretty this bird bath is going to look. So hit the subscribe button, be sure to leave comments, and give us a thumbs up, and share the channel with other people. If you got friends and family you think might like our channel, by all means let them know and get them to subscribe and check out our channel. So from Missouri Clark Life, I'm Kevin. Stay tuned for the end of this. I think you'll enjoy it. Today's Sunday evening, right around probably 5:30. So it's had 2 full days to go ahead and dry. Everything looks good and dry to it, feels dry to the touch. So I think everything will be fine to go ahead and start with this spray to go ahead and seal this concrete. The other bird bath bowl that I was talking about is in this wagon. I'm not going to mess with it tonight. I may try some different stuff on it just to see what happens. The stuff that I got is this right here. Sealcrete Wet Look, and this is, let's see, it is by Rust-Oleum. So I used this on one of our bird baths last year, a new one that we bought, and it really made it look pretty good. So with this already being weathered a little bit, I think it'll actually do a pretty good job of making it look pretty good. This has still got a little bit of a ring from where it just, that stain, just don't think it'll come out, but I think with this spray it'll still turn out the way I want it to do. So give me a second here and we'll get this spray on it and we'll see what it looks like after that. Hoping it turns out really good. Alrighty, so we got the spray on there. I think this is going to look really good once it dries. Right now the spray's, you know, fresh and still wet, so we'll see what it looks like when it dries real good. I'll let this dry all night and we'll come back tomorrow and see what everything looks like. The bowl's looking real good, I think. It's still going to have some discoloration in here, but it looks a whole lot better than it did. It doesn't have any of that moss or that moldy stuff that was in it. Got one little place here. On camera it looks worse than what it is right there, but it had a really small crack right there that I used some Quikrete concrete sealer, so it's going to be a little discolored right there, but I sealed that crack that was there. Other than that, I think it's going to turn out pretty good. The other bird bath basin, I'm going to do some different stuff on it since it's quite a bit older and it's going to be a little bit trickier to mess with, but yeah, we'll see what this looks like tomorrow and the end project. Give everybody a view of what it looks like tomorrow. But right now, we'll let all this dry and do what it's supposed to do, seal this concrete, and it'll look pretty good, I think. Right now, it's just good and wet looking from, you know, being fresh spray. So once it's cured and everything, it should still have what they call like a wet look to it. So tomorrow will be the end project and everybody will get to see what it looks like. So thanks for staying tuned and wait and see what she looks like tomorrow. Talk to you later. Hey everybody. Okay, so this is the final end of this video. Personally, I think it turned out really, really well. What I did to this old bird bath has definitely given it some new life, and I myself really think it looks good. For some reason, the base is a little bit darker than what the bowl is. The bowl's a lot lighter. My guess is because the bowl probably got more sun bleached than what the base was. I figured with the big bowl up here and everything, it probably kept this base more shaded, so it didn't really bleach it out. It almost gives it a green looking tint. But yeah, that looks so much better. And the base, I got a little heavy on the spray in the center there, so I'm gonna have to give that a little bit more dry time. It's still got a little bit of the discoloration in it, but other than that, I think it looks good. Definitely sealed it up real good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. It didn't look all dried out and bleached out like it did when I first brought it in there. So I think that turned out real good. I'm not for sure. This is the older bird bath. I'm not for sure I'm going to leave that white. More I look at it, the less I really care for the white. So I may go ahead once that's good and dry. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I may go ahead and leave it white, but I'm thinking maybe trying to go over it. I use a really good high enamel paint on that from Rust-Oleum. So after that dries, I may put a coat of a different color, like maybe a brown or something like that on it. We'll just have to see how that turns out. But this here, I'm definitely happy with all of that. So once the two of them are back together with the bowls sitting on top of the base, that'll look really good in our flower bed for sure. So I hope everybody enjoyed this segment of me taking and restoring this old bird bath. Been a lot of fun. I like doing stuff like that. And it'll look really good in our flower bed when the flowers start blooming again. So I'm Kevin. Thanks for watching. Take time to hit that subscribe button too, and we will see you later. Have a great summer, everyone.